T. Zach Brown Band and Toes.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. It is time for our question of the day. And I love the fact that the weather's warming up really nicely. Great times to get out over to the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And remember, Wednesday, Saturday morning, got to get it done. So now, our question of the day today. I know. It could have been about Easter because we did have this Easter weekend. In fact, I had a lot of really good choices for today. Might use some of them later on this week. But I did notice that today is kindergarten day. And let's all be honest, the older we get, the more and more I think, kindergarten had it right. I mean, there you are. You got art time, right? You get lunch with all your friends, get to play with them at recess, and let us not forget about the all-important nap. Okay, at the time, I don't think anybody was up about the naps, but the older I get, well, the more and more I think, like I said, the kindergarten had it right. So I'm going to ask you this question. What do you miss the most about kindergarten? Was it the arts and crafts time? Was it, your teachers? Was it your kindergarten best friends? You start those bonds early. Or is it, quite honestly, the naps? I think you know my answer. It is most definitely the naps. I do miss the naps. In fact, pardon me. In fact, I regret giving my teachers such grief about taking naps there. But yeah, kindergarten days, had it made right back then. Didn't have to pay any bills or anything else like that. Got away from your parents to hang out with your friends, and still went home at the end of the day to family. But kindergarten, I love it. So shout out to all my kindergarten peeps from back at St. Francis High School in Gallup. Yeah. But what do you miss the most about kindergarten? Let me know your answers by giving me a call at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. You can also send the text messages through that same number. And, of course, we are live on our social media pages, so you can go ahead and leave your comments on our YouTube and Facebook pages as well. My question for you today, in honor of Kindergarten Day, is what do you miss the most about kindergarten? Yeah. Think about it. Let me know your answers for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. There we go. I'm serious right there, and I still have some of my friends from kindergarten that are in some Facebook friends right there. I do remember one time, just enjoying myself, having fun, the excitement of having your parents come by and pick you up. Although I think I used to walk to my grandma's place during kindergarten. That was a lot of fun. Let's see, just got a text message that said, didn't go to kindergarten, started grade school at 5. Oh, wow. Oh, you're one of those. Okay, I get that. Well, some people didn't do kindergarten. Some people did some Head Start I remember from back in the day. Or they did start in actually at first grade. But I think a lot of people that I know, almost all the kids that I knew, did start at kindergarten. And, it was good times. In all honesty, when you think back, good times, because you didn't have to worry about bills. You were going to get an awesome lunch. School lunches were awesome. And at least they were when you first started going to school. And you were actually excited about getting out to get to school. And all of my teachers in kindergarten were really, really, really awesome. And like I said, shout out to my kindergarten class from St. Francis High School back in Gallup. So it's a lot of fun. So there are so many things that, as you get older, you find yourself going back to those simpler times. And I will tell you, I do miss the naps the most, because it seems like I'm always tired, always moving. But then again, when I do get the time to relax, then I feel bored, the workaholic in me. But yeah, I do kind of miss the nap time. Okay, maybe arts and crafts time a little bit. That was always good. Or show and tell day. Oh, I think I took an 8-track player in with my favorite Crystal Gale song once into kindergarten that way. I know I did that. Can't remember if it was for show and tell or I just wanted to show that off. Anyway, let me know your answers for our question of the day. What do you miss the most from kindergarten? Yeah, I know you do. You know you do. In the meantime, let's check out a couple of things that are going on in and around the world. CBS says that babies at Raleigh and Chapel Hill, North Carolina's UNC Health dressed as Easter bunnies for Easter. Aww. The adorable event brought joy to families and staff. Parents were thrilled to see their little ones in cute bunny costumes, although it might have been more appropriate if they were, in egg costumes because, they just hatched technically. Also saw that Paul Rodriguez's drug possession case has been rejected by a Burbank city attorney due to insufficient evidence. He was arrested last week, but maintained his innocence, and it looks like the courts are saying, like, man, you don't have enough to get in trouble. So there you go. Also, over the weekend, the new scary movie Sinners came in at number 1, finally toppling the Minecraft movie, but not by much. I mean, Sinners made $45.6 million. Minecraft is at $41.3 million. So Minecraft's still doing pretty well. I think it had a total worldwide weekend take of 61 plus the 40. So definitely made back its money. Okay, so 61 million, but it cost 90 million to produce. And I saw some trailers for it. It might get me to get out and watch a movie because it looks pretty good. Could get scared. And let's see. Apparently, one kid discovered a 14-karat gold necklace Easter egg in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah. So Robert Morgan and his father were surprised when they found the 14-karat gold necklace instead of costume jewelry. The Easter egg was part of a community-wide hunt organized by JTV. 4 eggs had necklaces in them. That's actually pretty darn cool. That's actually really awesome. That's a heck of an Easter surprise. Once again, we're looking for your answers for our question of the day today in honor of Kindergarten Day. When you think back on those kindergarten days, or I'll even say your early school days, for those that didn't go to kindergarten, what do you miss the most about those days? Is it the not paying bills part? Is it your school lunches? Or if you brought your lunch, trading lunch with your other friends, hanging out with your friends, arts and crafts time? Is it recess? Is it naps? Mine is naps, quite obviously naps. And of course, hanging out with your friends. But let me know your answers for our question of the day today. What do you miss the most about kindergarten? Your question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.